Hello? Yes, please. I'm about to begin a live. I'm about to begin a live. I'm about to go live right now. Mm. What has he said? What has he said? What has that guy said? I don't want to mention the name because what did he say about that? Oh, what? But no, I'm asking what is he saying about that issue himself? Just give me a brief of it. Okay. Okay. Okay then. Okay. Okay then. I spoke about that yesterday. Okay then. Okay, thanks. Yes, good morning. Muzo Musonda. Let me just connect. Anyway, let me just let me put TikTok as well. What? Oh. Off. Sometimes TikTok can be. Sometimes TikTok really can also be something else. But anyway. So yeah, good morning. Good morning indeed. Now, let me address. There are a number of issues that have arisen on this issue of your maps. A number of issues have arisen. Some people are talking to me. Some people are inboxing me. I've been reading your comments. You know, a lot is going on. But before I start going into all that, is that first of all, let me tell you that you know, I don't come to social media and post anything without, you know, thinking through it. I come here, I know I talk to so many people. This is what you have to understand. I am very much aware that I talk to so many people. And, you know, in humility, I say that I know I do influence opinion. I know I do influence the public. I know I do run agendas. I know. It is not by accident. Don't think that it is by accident that I am on social media and I do what I do. So each time you see something on social media, don't be quick to be, you know, emotional and say, you know, I don't know what he's doing and whatever. No. That's for sure. I don't pick up anything and bring it to social media without really thinking through it. You'll be naive. Most of you think that I'm naive. Most of you think that I'm that fool who would come here and just start doing anything. Even when I take a picture without a shirt, I have an agenda. Even when I stand up and I start dancing like a fool, I have an agenda. I know, really, it may not be so much of an agenda, but I have an objective, I think. Let me put it that way. I have an objective. Don't you ever think that I just come on social media and put something there and then whatever. Even when I'm talking, it's not that when I come here, I just start talking, blah, 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 blah. No. I think through whatever I'm going to talk. That's why I flow. When I start talking, I flow. I know, okay, I'm going to start here. After there, I'm going to go there and so on and so forth. I am a very deliberate person. Very deliberate. A very strategic person. And I don't pick quarrels or issues with anyone anyhow. Because some of you are saying, hey, no, hey, this one, hey, why are you talking about this one? I don't pick a quarrel with anyone anyhow. No. So, I do understand, and I'm not dismissing your comments, your opinion. I'm not dismissing them. I respect them, and I'm responding to you that please, don't get emotional. Don't get emotional with what I do on social media. Don't get emotional with what I do on social media. And don't be quick to judge. Don't be quick to dismiss me. No. When I start an issue, I know where I'm going with it. And let's face it, when I start something, it really grows. This issue that so many people are talking about, I started it. If I didn't bring it, if I didn't throw myself on this, it wouldn't have grown the way it is. But now so many people are coming in and whatever. Give me respect on that aspect, that when I say that I am the biggest opposition political party leader, you should accept. You should accept. You can think of whichever politician would have picked up this issue. It wouldn't have grown the way it has grown. So, don't take me for granted and don't give me credit. Give me credit in terms of my social media influence. Give me credit. When I jump on something, it grows. And so far, the way it is burning, some of you are saying, no, stop it. I wanted it that way. And it is burning. That's what I wanted. Me, I've achieved my goal. And many people fall into my trap. Some of them, they fall into my trap. They fall into my trap by the way they react, the way they do things, and so on and so forth. So, when I talk about you, don't just come up and starting being all crazy and doing all sorts of things. Maybe that's what I wanted you to do. Maybe that's what I just wanted you to do. So be very careful. So in terms of, and this is in line with my political career. Whatever, all this, it's part of my political career. Some of you are saying, but you're a president. You are not supposed to be talking about this and so on and so forth. No, this is very part of my political journey. This is very much part of my political journey, and it is doing very well in my political journey. You may not understand it, but it is doing very well in my political journey. How many politicians will go live and they will have the numbers that I have? How many? Tell me. How many? How many are going to do that? I need these numbers. That's for sure. I need these numbers. I need these numbers. I need these numbers. Get it right. I need them. Positive and negative, I need the numbers. If you want to go into politics, if you want to succeed in your political career, you need numbers. When you are on social media, you need numbers. You need numbers. That's for sure. That's for sure. But how you make those numbers? You don't make numbers stupidly. Of course, even in a stupid way, you can make numbers anyway. But along the way, I've got something that I want to achieve. My political life is not just about talking about mtengo wa unga, talking about fuel prices and so on and so forth. No. My political life and my ideology is centered on family. My political life, my ideology is centered on family. Family comes first. My political ideology springs from family comes first. I don't articulate so much these issues, but there will come a time. But for me, my political ideology is centered on the nucleus family. Because all the problems that we face in society, most of the times they start from the family. Most of the time they start from the family. And once you sort out the family, you would have sorted out a number of issues. It is through families that we get people, becoming criminals. It is through families that you get people becoming corrupt. It is through families that we get people becoming prostitutes. It is through families that we have people insulting like your maps. Your maps is, and that Kidist, I can assure you, it is the family. It starts with the family. Go to the family, you will see a number of these leaders that you see, delinquent leaders, go back to their family, go back to their background. You will see the brokenness. You will see the brokenness. You will see something that was not right. And now, when they are in this position, they behave in a certain way. So for me, it starts with the family. Family is very, very important for me. Very important. So, and from family, you get values. You get values. Values are very important. Values are very important. That's why you see me, talking about, some of social issues. Because you like to say, but Tayali, you talk about everything. No. I'm a leader, and a leader must inspire. You must inspire good behavior. You must inspire morality. I will talk about all that. You must inspire morality. You must inspire good values. Trust me. I'm not that I'm perfect. I'm perfect. No, I've got my own weaknesses. And trust me, there are so many things that I would have done if I was not aspiring for leadership. But I don't do them because I want to inspire, good values. When you see me talking about family, my wife, my children, and whatever, it is because I want to inspire good values. And if I inspire good values, the time that I will be a leader, it will help me. I would have sorted out a number of issues. So, it is not just about mtengo wabunga, fuel. Our families, for us to develop, we must be able to have good values. So, when you see, I see Kidist, in a nightclub, with men dressed in a certain way, I should talk about that. I should talk about that. So don't come and say, no, but whatever. No. Because Kidist and your maps, these are public figures. And the public figures, I'm telling you, they influence a lot of our children more than the teachers at school. You may not realize this. Most of the behavior and character of some of our children, they are more influenced by public figures, by celebrities, than the teachers in school. That your maps you are seeing and the Kidist, they influence a lot of people, and they have got more influence on our young ones than the teachers. So you don't just let them at yo valeke. No. You need to admonish them. You need to admonish them. You need to make that child think twice to say, so what's going on here? So this is not right. This is not right. You have to do it. You have to do it. So I will talk about that. I don't care how many of you will come and will say, no, Tayali, don't talk about this. Tayali, don't talk about this. I don't care. As long as what I'm talking about is a good thing, I will talk about it. I will talk about it. So those of you who are saying, no, you are a president, you are president. If you don't like my politics, and some of you even say you are a president, you don't even follow me. You are not even part of, you don't subscribe to my political life. And if you don't, that's why we have a plural democracy. Follow other political party leaders. Don't waste your time. Follow other political party leaders if you don't agree with me. But if you agree with me, you have to know that politics permeates through all life situations. Politics, it permeates through all life situations. That's why you even see me posting about the Bible, because I want to influence people out there. I want people to know that it's good, to pray. It is good to look at God as, your provider, God as your guide. That's why I do all those things. So don't stop me to say, no, you are a president, talk about politics. No. I will do what I think is right at an appropriate time. And especially at this point in time. If you have seen, I told you that I've go slow. I've taken a go slow in terms of politics. I told you that. I am not passionate about politics. I'm not. I'm not passionate to say, what is Hakainde Hichilema saying? Before I've not even watched the presentation of the president in parliament. I've not watched it yet. I have not watched. I don't know whatever he said. I don't know. I will watch it. Definitely I will watch it, because I need to understand what is going on in government. But I've not watched it. And I am seeing so many posts here and there. I am not interested at the moment. It is not my passion for now. Because even politics, my politics every day, hey Shan, hey criticizing this, hey Shan, hey Hakainde Hichilema, hey Jack Mwimbu, whatever. You should know what you are hammering at. What do you want? What are you hammering at? What do you want to achieve? So my politics, you politician, wabula news, where are you taking the country? Where are you taking the country? If you are going to be on Hakainde Hichilema every day, Hakainde Hichilema is a bad leader, Hakainde Hichilema is a bad leader, Hakainde Hichilema is a bad leader. Very good. You are sending a message. You are a leader. You are influencing people against Hakainde Hichilema. But the question is, as you are busy hammering Hakainde Hichilema is a bad leader, Hakainde Hichilema is a bad leader, what are you giving them in place of Hakainde Hichilema? What are you giving them in place of Hakainde Hichilema? What are you giving them in place of Hakainde Hichilema? It's not that I'm supporting Hakainde Hichilema. Don't get me wrong. I'm not supporting Hakainde Hichilema. I am not. But I'm simply saying, what would be the point of me coming out every day in the party Hakainde Hichilema? Every day in the party Hakainde Hichilema. What am I giving them as an alternative? What am I giving them? I've told you, I've even been asking here to say, Njebeni, if not Hakainde Hichilema, then who? I've been telling you, if not Hakainde Hichilema, then who? Give me, if not Hakainde Hichilema, not then who? Ino muntu nale subiramu, ni Edgar Lungu. And I've not changed that. I know by PF bad injimina bad in furuoko shan I'm sure about Edgar Lungu na wene furua. But the point is that in any one refua niwa Edgar Lungu. When I look at Hakainde Hichilema na Edgar Lungu, I said Edgar Lungu awamapo. Edgar Lungu awamapo. But whatever we did, we failed to fight the eligibility case. We failed to fight that one. We failed to fight it. It was a political thing. It is not a court thing and whatever. Forget about all that. That eligibility thing is all about politics. This failure of, you know, of failing to put Edgar Lungu on the ballot, it's political. It's just political. And if we had played our politics right, if we had played our politics right, Edgar Lungu would still be in the game today. But Edgar Lungu is not in the game today because somewhere, somehow, we didn't play our politics right. And Hakainde Hichilema got the better of the situation by having Edgar Lungu technically removed. At the moment, since Edgar Lungu has been removed, I look around, I don't see one that I can say, Uyu. I don't see. So if I don't see somebody walk about Uyu, I know you may have your preferences. You may have, there are a lot of other leaders. I'm not refusing that there are no leaders. They are there. And you may have your own preferences. But for me, at the moment, really, I don't have that alternative. The day that I will have an alternative, I'll come to you and I'll tell you. The day that I will have an alternative, I will launch the campaign and I will talk day and night for that person to convince you that this is a better leader. For now, I don't have somebody that I can say, Uyu can take Hakainde Hichilema's position, especially in 2026. So, don't tell me, do politics. Hey, stick to politics. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. So for now, I will run with issues that come my way. And by your maps, they brought themselves in my way when they took Musiani to court. You people, you don't want to listen to this, but I didn't start your maps. I didn't start your maps, I didn't. They brought themselves in my way. And I need to deal with them accordingly. How did they bring themselves into this issue? Your maps, to start with, your maps was having interviews, lying against Mwizukanji. He's a pathological liar. I didn't believe it when somebody told me to say your maps wabufi. I didn't believe it. Somebody told me, I don't want to drag their name into it, but somebody told me, your maps wabufi. And really, I took it with a pinch of salt. Because I believed him. I believed this Kasmo boy. I believed that Kasmo boy. I thought that, you know, he's like a genuine guy. He's saying the truth. But Kamambala Kabufi, that boy is a liar. And I've believed he's a liar because he has come from nowhere. And he says, I asked him for 20,000 kwacha. I never asked for anything. But for a person to, from nowhere, come up and say, he asked for 20,000 kwacha. But at least. Number from nowhere. Why someone he asked for money from me. Ala kabufi finishing shokati kala kamuntu kabufi. Kabufi is a pathological liar. Ni kaputi. Kala kamuntu kabufi sana kali. Kabufi, and he has actually disappointed me because, you know, even if you are talking, sometimes you give people a benefit of doubt. But for him to just pluck a figure to say Tayali asked for 20,000 kwacha. Hey, Iwe. You know, I talk like this, but I don't lie. I don't lie. Even things that I have done wrong, I come out, I say, yeah, this is what it is. I don't lie. I don't come up with a lie completely. Kaka muntu kabufiwe uliwabu fika shetani uliwabu fi. How can you just come up like that? I've come to believe because somebody told me at that yo danjevera chari kwatawa na shan. Because somebody said no, it is not true that he didn't know about this. He knew. And I didn't believe myself. How can somebody, lie like that? I didn't believe it. Now I've believed it because he has lied against me. He has lied. I never asked for him for anything. I'm telling you, some of you say, no, Mushani na wadi. Yes, it's true. And I've got people that I ask money from. It's true. I've got friends, but Nakadia, there are people that I know who are my friends to say, these I can ask them. If I have, when sometimes we get stuck and we ask people. But I've got people that I ask. Nothing. He has got money. I don't see him that this guy has got money. I don't see him that he's a guy that can help me. No, I don't. I can't even ask for one pin from him. I don't see that guy to have money. And he doesn't have money. That's a fact. Your Maps doesn't have money because money, when we talk about money, it is money that you have earned legitimately. You build that money. But that guy doesn't have money. He cannot justify the money that you are talking about. Indalama shaku isa mufufu ntungu. Tendalama shaku yumfuira pata mwe rich man. No. Indalama shaku isa mufufu ntungu. Tendalama shaku isa you come to the public and start saying, I've got money, I've got money. No. No. The least that we can call you, I will not go there. I will not go there. I will not go there. But your Maps doesn't have money. And look, this is the issue. I have been bringing out issues here. And instead of responding to the issues, Uyo, I am kushtembo, I that Tayali. Respond to my issues. And this is where you people, you really just baffle me. Because when I raise an issue, for example, when why are you talking about them? I told you, when the case of Musiani started, I said, this case, withdraw it from court. It is not necessary. But Vayo Maps, because Vayo Maps, niba rich man, niba big guy, no mukashwabo, they continued with that case. And they even went and hired a private lawyer to prosecute. The state lawyers are not enough. They even had to bring in private lawyers against Musiani, against a young man. A guy against Musiani. And Musiani, I didn't know Musiani. I didn't know Musiani. And Musiani, if anything, some of you know, you have even seen some of the comments. Musiani was my critic from a political point of view. Musiani was my critic from a political point of view. Musiani was a UPND, not a cadre, but supporter. So, me being against the UPND, Musiani was on me. Musiani was writing nonsense about me. But I don't mind about those issues, let me tell you. I don't mind about issues. For me, you can write whatever nonsense you want about Tayali. It doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me. Look at me. I mean, I will now even came what Tayali. But look at me. I'm still here. I'm still here, looking as good as ever. That's it. So those things don't bother me. And I don't take offense on people that write negative things because that comes with public life. So Musiani was my critic. Musiani was a UPND sympathizer. And I want to believe he still is a UPND sympathizer. I don't know about now anyway, but he used to speak highly, very critical of me. I think at some point I even blocked him on my page because he was coming so hard on me, Musiani. But for me, when you talk about justice, I don't look at you to say which political party do you support. No. When you do something wrong, it's not about which political party do you support. I know some of you are supporting this cowboy. You are supporting the insults of this cowboy because somehow politically is affiliated to you. That's why you are seeing so many negative comments, because I know most of the people that follow me, most of them, you are from the PF side. And this guy, your Maps of yours, is like, is your project. Is your guy. pantu kalimbire uyo nilasa wasalire sorry uko kwine I don't care. We could be in the same whatever nonsense, but if you do something wrong, I will not tolerate it. If you are vulnerable, I will still defend you, even if you are not supporting me. So I'm just giving you this aspect that this Your Maps started this issue himself when he wanted to pin Musiani for their nonsense. The behavior of the wife was not good. The behavior of the wife is not acceptable according to the values that we respect, to which the president was talking about the other day. Our values do not accept a woman behaving like that in a club, in the nightclub. You can be supporting him from a political point of view and whatever, but surely that behavior of Kidist is not acceptable. And Kidist being a public figure, people are free to express themselves. They are free to express themselves. Just like Kidist herself expresses herself when, on whatever issues. Kidist does pass very bad comments. Kidist does, insult people. And she's not in court, but when they start atampefya bupuba abantu ba commenter uyo at the end of the day at Musiani should be jailed. That is what I don't agree with. What is wrong in that? Can you people who reason mwewa tontonkanya ulio mukashana aisangire muchikulu in the nightclub behaving in a manner that really is not acceptable in our society. It's not acceptable. Okay? And the people made comments. And when they made comments, at the end of the day, should somebody be jailed? And you are busy saying, no, he said, he insulted, he said he's going to rape, he's going to whatever. Really? Look at the insults that now, this Your Maps, no mukashwakwe. Look at how they are insulting. Namwewa le supporta. I know, that's why I'm saying that the problem what we have in our country, we are so political. Because he's affiliated to our political party or to our political beliefs. Then this guy is free of, nonsense. He can do whatever nonsense. No, I don't operate like that. The behavior of Your Maps, just even a papa is just unacceptable. You can't be saying some of these people, their birth certificate should be an apology letter to the condom manufacturers, from the condom manufacturers. You can't tell. She's just insulting. How do you go and take a dog and say, this dog is Tayali? I'm not bothered. No, I'm talking about it. Not that I am bothered at Chinkalipa. No, nothing. I am far above that. It is very difficult for you to really prick me at Chinkalipe by what you say. No. Very far. Because I can also say, I can actually respond. I've got the capacity to respond in whichever way. I can respond. But that boy is just exposing himself. And surely, from the behavior of Your Maps and Kidist, surely, can you say that somebody should be jailed, like Musiani should be jailed? If you look at the way they are insulting, can you compare Musiani and this delinquent couple? Can you compare? Can you compare this delinquent ababantu this ababalio kona ikakudia? You can't. You can't, because oko twafuma fo twapangwafe nangu umukuru na rufyanya ufide wa shamo in the way that you talk. You can say for me, Hakainde Hichilema, I've been a critic of him, and really, of course at some points I've said something that is not right, but you have seen me go back to apologize. One other example is by Dr. Nevas Mumba. But Dr. Nebas Mumba, I've said some things that I felt, Palace Naingra, I think that was too much. I've come in public and apologized. I've come back in public and apologized. Even on your Mapsi and Kidist, on Kidist especially, there was a caller who called one time. When I was talking, I said, no. Muleland, efe muleland data mulelanda, ifisuma, mwanakashi, muchindiken. And I listened to what that lady said. And I apologize, I acknowledge right here live. Because yes, we are human beings. And when we do something wrong, we need to honor up. We need to honor up and apologize. We need to honor up and apologize. And when you look at your maps, what your maps said, Pachiriro, that is, no matter which way you look at it, that was wrong. What he said, Pachiriro, that was wrong. It doesn't matter whether he was provoked, whether there are people, whatever. It doesn't matter. Because the point is that if you are Pachiriro, Tashitire, Udio Mutukat, Amtuaria Panganda Pamwakwe. No. Ngashire uunga aya pelo yo ino wale mtuka yamfika panganda pamwako ekutyalanda te nadi mushitiro unga na mtualila. But nacho chine, it wouldn't be good. Even that wouldn't be good. But if that is not good, what more Pachiriro where washtefya kulia andaba yako bengi elo wambo kwa bati nalimi pangira achani. There is a word that we use in usali nalimi pangira usali. You know, because really we don't use some of these words even to use them. Chilafina. Na limit pangiro usadi. You were able to go to the toilet because of me. Your maps. And sure ngadi kwa tamano, just for that, he would really to say, as much as I was aggrieved, as much as there were people that said wrong things, I know that there are more people that ate the food that I bought. And to those that may feel aggrieved for this, I apologize. Efichito muntu wa kwa tamano. Not bakwebera ponomba ero wabika ponensele nomba wabika ponensele uretukanafi. And some of you are supporting him, and you are supporting him, like I've said, because of the political affiliation, the political tone that is around there. But this shouldn't be. We are destroying values. We are destroying our society. When something is wrong, it is wrong. It is wrong. Let us not support. Some of you are PF giants. Because you want to put my page. Whatever. Because if you are I don't tolerate. If you are I don't tolerate. It doesn't matter. I don't tolerate. So why are you encouraging this guy to be so stupid? Why are you encouraging this guy? No. Tell this guy that what you're doing is wrong. Nangwala mirishamo. Nangu even if you want to no, tell him. We will never develop like that if we are going to be, praising this guy, making him look like nika small esa. No tundalama nika no iwe. Because that man is making, don't even say that, no, he's making money out of whatever. We know our records are sold. We have been, some of us who have been long enough to understand this business. We know this business. So don't even allow your maps to be insulting others, because now he's insulting his fellow artists to make them look like fools. I apologize to you, other artists, to the fellow artists of your maps. I apologize, and I want to tell you that don't feel discouraged. Continue doing your good work. Continue. Ignore this young boy. Ignore this young boy. Very soon, he will meet his fate. I'm telling you, very soon, your maps will... Your maps, you will see that boy will be humbled. Because that arrogance, that arrogance, where you go to an extent, and I can assure you, when the moment you take that road, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how powerful you are. The moment you take that arrogant attitude, so stubborn, thinking that you are untouchable, you will one day meet your fate. And your maps is going to meet it. I'm not saying I'm doing anything. I'm not going to do. Me, I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter. But it's not that I don't have the capacity. One thing that you should know, for me, I can be useless, but I can also be dangerous. If I want, that's a fact. If I want, I can also be very dangerous. If I want to be, I can be very dangerous. I am a guy that has got a network of anybody that you can think of. Vakapokola, vakawala, politician, minister, banani. I have all that in my network. I can press buttons if I want. But I go to church. That's why I go to church. Every day now can I church. Na paper. It is, I pray so that God can guide my thoughts. God can guide my heart. God cannot should calm my heart. I am powerful. I can tell you that. I am powerful. Don't underrate me. Don't. But it's okay. It's okay because I pray. I pray. Ndaku change in the paper. But I'm capable of anything. I am capable of anything. Don't you dare think of what. Even you maps you finshudi. Yo, fimwa fintu kutongoresha kamuntu akaroresha akakena kamuntu akanishi. Waya fatawe mwela sawandi. Please bear with me. Bear with me. So you and the go chinka yo mapsi. I mean, you are nothing. I can tell you, you are nothing. You are nothing. And stop, you know, stop. Hey. No. I'm telling you, the Chilufya, let me be. Let me be. I'm not as simple as you see me. I'm not as simple. It is humility. And that's the thing. It is humility. You don't have to, because you are so powerful, you don't have to all the time come out and show, you know, The strength is not in coming out, showing what you have, showing what you can do. Even kumakoti kuinoku. That's why I don't take people kumakoti. I don't take people kumakoti. I don't. But Simon Mwewa has been busy talking about me. You know, but Simon Mwewa, it is not that I am hopeless or I'm powerless. No. You know, sometimes it's the power. It is not just about you doing something. No. Sometimes, you know, in forgiving others, in being tolerant, you know, and especially when you are espousing to be a president, you must have, you know, you must be able to control your emotions. You must be able to control your emotions. So, but Simon Mwewa, but really, when you see me not responding to him, it is not that I don't have the venom, a worse venom than him. I have the venom. I have it. I can talk about that man. I mean, the bad things that I said, they are still imprinted in your minds. And when I say something, up to today, some of you, Simon, some of the terminologies I use, some of them, yeah, the sticker no stick. Yeah, the sticker no sticker. Eh? That is, I realize that. But I did that back then. And I apologized. I said, no, Naleka. And we reconciled. He even came to my house. We ate together. I cannot go back and start uttering the same things that I did or worse things because I can do it. But I don't do it. I don't do it. Why? Because I want to maintain those values. I want to be a man that if I tell you something, I stick to it. I stick to it. I looked into his eyes and I said, we have reconciled. You are my brother. I will not call you names anymore. I will not call any of your family members names. I will not do that. I did that. I want to keep that. So I know some of you, you take to my screenshot 1 2 minutes and whatever. I do see that. My silence, it is not that I am not able to handle that man. I can handle that man beyond words. Believe me, I can handle Amdala beyond words. I can handle you. I can handle Simon Mwewa beyond words, beyond social media. I am capable of handling people off social media. I am able to handle some of these people off social media. I have the ability, believe me. I have the ability, and you doubt that, and one day, in Shipepele, one day I haven't prayed, and I press my buttons. Hey, you may not have a day to regret. One day, I haven't prayed in Shipepele wino tafi. Nishikwete mpashiwa mushilo. One day, nishikwete mpashiwa mushilo. You would realize, but then, that is not who I want to be. Especially that I'm espousing to be a Republican president. Because when you are in that position and you are vindictive, you are bitter, I mean, there is so much power there. There is so much power there. There is so much power. Even that Hakainde Hichilema. You know, sometimes around the Hakainde Hichilema, ukulanda ve chinkafe. It's not as bad. Hakainde Hichilema is not as bad. Because there is power there, Baba. There is power there. There is power. So some of you, Hakainde Hichilema, who president? Hey, there is power there, Imwemwebantu. There is power there. There is power. You can disappear within 1 hour. 1 hour, you can disappear. 1 hour, you can disappear. So there is power there. So if you are espousing to be in that office, you need to control yourself. And this is what I exercise. So when I see nonsense, like from Simon Mwewa, I control myself. And it's not that I'm scared to discuss anything. Me, I'm not scared to discuss anything. But Simon Mwewa keeps talking about, no, in court, the ex-wife said this, the ex-wife said this. Now, first of all, I have no fear to discuss anything. But look, some of these issues, they are very sensitive. They are very sensitive in the sense that they don't just involve, you know, an individual. When you talk about divorce, divorce is a very sensitive and delicate issue that you don't want to, play around with, okay? No matter the difference that you may have. You don't bring up this issue and start talking about it, to hammer the guy, to hammer your friend. You don't do that. You don't do that. Because the divorce is very emotional. It's very emotional. It's true. It is very emotional. It is really bad. And yes, I ended up being hospitalized, I think, for 5 days. I being hospitalized for 5 days. Because of divorce. Because of divorce, it is bad. I almost ended my life, but God saved me. I almost ended my life, but God saved me, and I'm still here, and I thank God for it. But then, do I come here and start telling you, oh, these are the reasons, this is why I wanted to kill myself because of whatever? No. No. And why? Not because of myself, as much as I'm a public figure. My ex-wife is not in politics. My ex-wife is not in politics. My children are not politicians. And, these things, they involve other people, and it can be very painful. When you discuss issues of divorce and everything, my children, some of them, they even cry. They even cry. But why does Simon Mwewa take pleasure in inflicting pain on them, reminding them of those kind of situations? And some of you are busy clapping. You are happy. Yes, say more, say more, say more. You are not only hating me, you are hating other innocent people. You may have issues against me. You may have issues against me. And fine, I'm the one that is in public. I may even have a quarrel with you. But why do you want to hurt innocent people? Why? Why do you want to drag my ex-wife, who is not anywhere in public, and she's just on her own there. Why? Why do you want to bring her in? Eh? No, she said this. She said this. It's true. When you are divorcing, you know, people are upset. People say many things against each other. People say a lot of things against each other. And some of these things, you know, we say them because we are upset and we want to make the other one feel bad and we want to convince people that this and that and that. And really, this is a divorce that happened so many years back. So many years back. When both of us, myself and my wife, we were young. We were young by then. We were quite young, you know. And so these things do happen. And for those of you who are listening, take a lesson that, you know, when you enter into a divorce, mind what you say. Because most of the times, we say these things so that we can hate the other one, so that we can convince the public, and so on and so forth. But these things, they live long. Look, it is so many years. I'm talking about more than 15 years ago. 15 years ago, but we have one irresponsible adult busy talking about it, bringing it up. Okay, fine, he's bringing it up on me, but I am appealing to you that when you are going through this kind of difficult situations, please mind how you come out. I know me, I've been there. I know how I felt. I felt so bad to an extent of wanting to end my life. I felt so bad. Okay? And I survived it. We went through court. It was bitter. So many bad things were said. My wife said bad things about me. I said bad things about her. You know. It happened. Yes, it happened. But not that what she said is true, or maybe what I also said is true. Some of these things, you know, it is because of the emotions at that moment. And any reasonable person, especially Mukala Mbanga wa Simon Mwewa, would not be going back to those issues. He would not. He would not. It is so sad that Simon Mwewa keeps bringing up these issues. And you see, some of these people, they are so cowardice. Just like Yomaps and Kidist, you know, they are always busy, you know, fighting with people. The moment they responded to they went to court. They go and hire police officers because those police officers were just hired. They are doing like a job. They are doing nika piece work, nika side job career. Nika side job, because how did they arrest Musiani when they were reconciling? They called Musiani to reconcile. These people were talking. Musiani's mother was there. They are about to reconcile. They are reconciling. They are talking. But because if Musiani and Navena yo maps if they reconcile, nishakalilo kapwa. So they had to arrest Musiani, bring him kuma Antoine Kane ku police. And they have continued. They are still eating. You should see those two police officers who caught. I'll post a picture of them. So that muvamone. They act like bodyguards. Wakwa your maps who caught. They have been seen drinking with your maps. They have been seen drinking with your maps. They didn't want your maps and Musiani to reconcile. They couldn't cancel them. When they came to court, they wanted to reconcile. But still, Bansapatoma lawyers now, they refused. NPA, prosecutor, they refused. But surely, is this a case that cannot be resolved outside court? Surely, this is a case that could have been resolved outside court. But because Bakapokola Vale Diamo, Bansapato lawyers now, Vale Diamo, Tabakwa clients. I'm sure that law firm doesn't have clients. And you must be a very bad law firm. No wonder you are even quarreling with Musiani Pafon. No wonder. I have seen. Because even what is happening in court, really, you can think to say, are lawyers involved? Because but Simon Moore has been saying, no, the question here is, did Musiani threaten Kidist or not? When you say somebody threatened you, it should not just be perceived. It is just as be in your idea. It should not just be your imagination. You must prove to court clearly that yes, you were threatened. You must prove to court. So I want you people to know, when you take somebody to say, he threatened my life, it is not just imaginary, just because muntu anatiwe, iwe, tina akuipa ine. Imo mwabutuka, alifo kunjipa. Iwe, kwa tina akuli apapene. He has told me he's going to rape me. No. It doesn't work out like that. You must sufficiently prove before court that indeed your life was threatened. You must not muletarikana mubuwa wakuri pa social media pa shanjani iwe ukamona mairo tawakabuke mairo, and you go to police, I've been threatened. No. It must be real. It must be real. But so far imwewansapato lawyers, you call yourself lawyers. Have you, with the evidence that you have brought, where have you proved to say, indeed, this your maps and Nomkashwako, they were threatened by Musiani? Have you brought any evidence? I'm talking about this because this Simon Moore is talking about it. So and he's saying, no, this is what it is. So you have made me to talk about it. I have not been talking about it. I've just been reporting what happened in court. But because Simon Mwewa is discussing the matter that is in court, I am also discussing it. And I am challenging him that Iwewa Simon Mwewa. Now, lawyers, the evidence that you have brought in court, have you brought evidence to really show that Musiani did threaten this person? That indeed, these people were vulnerable. They felt vulnerable. You are whoa. You come out and say, he has threatened me. What is the evidence? Where is the evidence? And first of all, you have been bringing that article. That article, no, he said he's going to rape him. Then he said he's going to rape him. Read that article. Read that article. Read that article, which has not been produced in court, by the way, as evidence. Because so far, on record, there is no evidence. So far, there is no evidence. Now, even if you take that article and read it, is there anywhere where it is written to say, Musiani is saying, you, Kidist, Cafe, Mrs. Mulenga, I'm going to rape you? Is there? It's not there. Is there anywhere where Kidist is going, where Musiani is saying, I'm going to take you, Kidist, I'm going to take your child? Is it there? No. In court, all of them, they were asked, is your name Longface? No. Were you threatened? Yes, I was. What is the evidence? No evidence. So what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Musiani may have said bad things about me. Musiani may have been against me politically. But this young man, should not be treated in the manner that he has been treated. Just because your maps can hire lawyers, can hire and Sapato lawyers, because they are so bored, they have no clients, your maps number, they even rush to go and prosecute. What are you doing in court? What have you done, Imovan Sapato? What have you done in that court? What have you done? What have you done? You just want to. That's all you have done. The best that you could have done is to advise that your maps and Kidist to say, you don't behave like that in public. When you behave like that in public, people will respond, people will talk. So don't do that. And you could have gone to Musiani, Musiani, you don't write like that, even if you're upset, don't. Case closed. But you didn't. You continue. You want Musiani to go to jail. And me as a public lawyer, you want me to ignore. And you are busy telling me, why are you involving yourself in this? Why are you involving? I'm involving myself. There is an issue of justice. There is an issue of a young man who is vulnerable. If I didn't stand out on Musiani, God knows what would have happened. God knows what would have happened if I didn't come about it and talk about it. Some of you wouldn't even have known about this case. The next thing that you would have heard is that Musiani has been jailed. Because your maps has got money that is getting from illegal things. From illegal things, that guy is doing illegal things and he's getting that money and he's buying everybody. And all of you now, you are jumping. Hey, no, it's okay. It's okay. To hell, not with me. Not with me. Not with me. I'm not going to accept that. And I will not accept it. Whether nikuyu PND, whether niku PF, whether nikuisa, I will not accept it. And I will stand with a person like Musiani. I'm standing with Musiani for nothing but justice. For nothing but to protect the liberty of this young man. This young man doesn't deserve to go to jail. He doesn't deserve to go to jail. Those people, they have got issue. Yomaps and Nomkashwakwe, they have got issues to sort out. They have got issues to sort out. They need to be tamed. They need to be taught how to live in society. They need to be tamed how to live in society. Yomaps is attracting a lot of attention and enmity. He's attracting a lot of attention and enmity. Yomaps is losing if you don't realize. Some of you think that me, I'm losing. Me, I'm gaining. I am gaining if you just look at this. You people, you should be able to think. Let your brain think. Let your brain think. Between me and Yomaps Nomkashoko, do you think who is gaining? Me, I'm gaining. I'm not losing. I am gaining. I am gaining. But Yomaps is losing. All those who are busy cheering him, they're cheering him. They're cheering him because they're expecting Kali to something. Right now, there are people who are going to Yomaps to say, you know, Tayali is saying this, you know, so that whatever. They are surrounding him so that he can give them something, and he has to give them something. Am I giving anybody money? Am I? I'm not giving anybody money. I'm not giving anybody money. But Yomaps, he has to sustain it. And that is how many people go down. You make a little bit of money, you start boasting. That is how you go. Because I have created, this all incidents has created an expense for Yomaps. We don't realize this. This all incidents has created an expense for Yomaps. This all incidents has brought down the business prospects of Yomaps. With the way Yomaps is insulting, a reputable company would not hire Yomaps as their brand ambassador. They wouldn't. They wouldn't hire Yomaps as their brand ambassador. A good, reputable institutions cannot. Unless you know, the useless people, they would hire him. But the way it is, they can't. They can't. And if you look at musicians, they don't make money so much for their songs. They make the names out of the brand. They make the names out of the brand. That's why they make money. If you look at Kanye West, it's not the money, it's not the songs. It is the business in which he has invested. If you look at Rihanna, it is not just the songs. It is the business that are behind them. From the songs, you create a brand. From the brand, you move away now, you create businesses and business empires. That is how they make money. Yomaps ni business in Shakwad. And you people, you think that you think that he is making money. Ask him how much he made out of that. What did Bapia pay him if they even paid him? Because they were not even paid. They sang those songs, those Kalandanya, whatever. Up to now, PF has not paid. They have not even paid them. Ututuma shows. And by the way, he was in Chipata. I think last week, this Yomaps was in Chipata. Ask him, how was the attendance? People instead went to watch Dankaya. People went, Mumu Pushe, ask that boy. At what happened in Chipata, people preferred to go and watch Dankaya. Respectable journalists, artists. They went to watch Dankaya. They shunned Yomaps. And I can assure you, Yomaps, you can't tell me that with all this nonsense that you are doing, that you would put up a show and you would have the numbers with that behavior that you are doing. Forget it. Forget it. You wouldn't have it. So this boy, he thinks that he's fighting me and he thinks that he's winning. You are not winning. I'm winning. I am winning. I am winning. Out of this, there is political capital. Out of this for me, there is a political capital. There is social capital. And eventually, this is what turns into money. This is what turns into money. This is what turns into me being sustained here. Because I want to let them, but uyu muntu uyu alikwata influence. Uyu muntu uyu there are people who are asking me even to post adverts on my page. To post on my page, nda charger. The minimum I charge is $500. I don't talk kwacha, I talk dollars. If you want to advertise on my page, $500. $500. So, and my name is growing. My name is growing. People who are not, there are people who are not interested in politics. There are people who are not interested in politics. Ngabang politics, they will not tune in. But in Ngabang what your maps, Tayali and your maps, in a way, they know about Chilufya. The day that they will be voting, Chilufya is on the ballot, they will go and vote for him. I am making it. So those of you who are saying, you are not supposed to be doing this. Hey, people are never kusula. Pata, you want to ena. Epo wava. Pati apa. Upo wava muntu ewane. Epo wava. Epo wava. Ndamone fintu. Umuna. Fumana. Pala. Fumana. Ina na nifika na ku 2031. Imomo wa ikaria. Mulifia bapene. Busy. Hey, Shani. Hey, Shani. 2026. Inepa 2026 na lipita pokali. Hey, ukekala kokuine. Hey, 2026. Ukekala for 10 years. I know how long I'm going to be in exile. I know what I should do if I should come back to Zambia. I know if I want to come back to Zambia. I know what to do. I can come back to Zambia. So don't think that I'm here, that I'm stuck. I don't know. Hey, no, you are saying that you save us and whatever. Hey, you have failed to save yourself. I have not failed to save myself. Trust me. Tomorrow, if I want to come back to Zambia, I can come back and the government of the UPND will even buy me a ticket. If I want to come back, so kutina tampa kwa pape na tampo kutumama phone. Ande fokuwela. This one fokuwela. Mairo. Nomba chikawashani. How it's okay. Chumwanjikata. But muka ndonge kofi at least kutina ikara for 1 month. 1 month then muka mfumie. Okay, it's okay. But inga wafuma notukula tefia bulokulondoroka. Okay, it's okay. Chaka weke shape. I can come back to Zambia. You think it's difficult? You think I'm suffering? Forget it. Forget it. I am good. I am here. It's because I know. And it is fitting in my plan. Hakainde Hichilema, I don't have to fight him. I don't want to stand. I'm not contesting 2026. I'm not contesting 2026. I don't think I will even contest in 2031. Between me and Hakainde Hichilema, I want somebody to be a president. After Hakainde Hichilema, I want somebody to be a president. But whoever is going to come, I'm going to be part of that person. I'm going to be part of that government. I want to work under some president before I espouse to be president myself. I want to be part of government before I espouse to be president. So after Hakainde Hichilema, I am looking forward to somebody ake sepo, ngai sapo, nkabeko government. Ngana government ino nomba kesa vundra nomba ukwisa pamuru. So my journey is my path. Nalitamba wino sana. 2031 nalipita pokale. 2036 nalipita pokale. 2041 nalipika pokale. Nchilumwa ichi. And I know my God, He will preserve me. I'm still alive. But Simon Mwewa, nami papa tawakalamba wanje. I don't want to insult you. I don't want to say bad things about you. But really, be considerate. Muliwakalamba. Some of these things that you are saying, they are not just hating me, but they are hating my family. Do you want me to also start talking about your family? Do you want me to start mentioning your good wife? Your good wife. Your wife is very good. I know about her. I know where she was working. I know what she has done. I know about that house that she bought. I know why you are not, most of the times, I know. Because I know why most of the times, you are not staying with your children and your wife. I know about all those things. I know. But I don't want to come here and start saying, hey, Simon Mwewa, hey, up to now, I'm not going to do that. I know even our good mother, I know what she's doing. you know, the Tuma contracts that she has gotten. I know all these things. I know. But if I want to be, you know, like that, I will start here and start talking. But it's not good. These are innocent people. Leave innocent people out of our fights. Talk about me. But please, leave out my family. Leave out my family. Stop talking about them. Please. Muniba kalamba. And I think no matter how we differ, at least we should be able to encourage each other from the family point of view. I am actually very grateful with some of my friends. I mean, both from the UPND and PF. I've got friends everywhere, you know. But mostly there's somebody from the UPND. I mean, he's a very good friend. He's very senior. But I like how he encourages me on family. One time he even bought tickets for my wife to come back when she was in Ethiopia. I'm very grateful. And I think that's what it should be. Politically, we don't agree with this guy. But when it comes to family, we do agree. So that is the kind of thing that it should be. Let us not go that low. Na papata. It shouldn't be like that. You know. So basically I've said a lot of things. But as I open phone lines, the issue is I didn't join. It is not about me going against your maps. It is about your maps and the wife's behavior that attracted people to talk about them. Among them, Musiani. At the end of the day, Musiani is in court facing a jail term. 3 years to 5 years jail term. Okay? And I am here saying, no, this is not right. And in whatever I've done, I've not been insulting. I've not been insulting Kidist and your maps. And even when I went overboard, one of you called me and said, no, don't talk like that about Kidist. And I withdrew. And even now, I don't. But I find that even this Kidist is even talking about my wife. Kidist, I mean, why do you want to talk about my wife, Kidist, honestly? Why? And if you knew how my wife, you know, speaks of you, if you knew how my wife speaks of you, I'm very disappointed. I was very disappointed to hear you on video say, you know, please. You think my wife is that dumb? You think my wife is that dumb? Eh? You think she's that dumb? And you think she's a nobody? No. No. She's far much better. She's an educated woman. When I was marrying her, she was working. When I married her, she was working. Getting a good salary. I made her stop work. And not that I cheated her to say, no, where I'm going, I'm a rich man. No. She knew who I was. Eh? So please, give her respect. Give her respect. And please, just don't drag her into this. Surely, you people, you brought this on yourselves. And me, I am standing for justice for Musiani. And these insults that you are hallowing on me, really, I'm not bothered. But for anyone who feels aggrieved about the insults, please don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not losing anything out of those insults. Instead, it is them that are being exposed of who they are. Because this situation has really allowed us to see who they are. I'm opening phone lines. You have the number, so you can start calling so that we can engage. Do you really think? I mean, say it. Say whatever you want. I'm opening phone lines so that people can express themselves. In case there is something that you want me to clarify or whatever, you can call. You can call in. The number, I posted the number on the earlier page, on the earlier posting. So, yeah. Hello? Hello?
Tayali, mawombeni.
I'm going mawombeni.
You know one thing what you not take my conclusion. No kumava. Me, I'll be honest with you. In terms of political, I'm a tempo crosser put up but when it comes to family issues, I always support you. Then muri ira video arangire yakwa kidist warera ndoma video arangire kuri bwine mandi ni shawo mfire bwino dating. But to your side alisalanda nokulanda kuri batayali don't have problem. I respect him. You understand what I mean? But kumeveko bakashi kwenu alofyanya. Then kuisa kuri your maps. Your maps is not like he's a bad guy. But what I see is that your maps is being influenced by umukashi wako Kidist. Your maps is a good guy or nana adimite mapati. Iruto atampokula ngira moya kwirati. Neba karamba nangu mwalande fi pali ena atampokula mituka fi ama konento kwa lera ndamandi ndari nkalipa sana. Cause even in Nepal no kona haba at bakaramba beka. But when my mom calls me, he always tells me and therefore forever, oh 5 months to aranda. Mwana wandule ikara bwino na bandule chindi kaba karamba. Understand what I mean? Karamba ngakufi anyashani. Monika kwa tuli chikuba. And sometimes let you sometimes forever it's life ways. Irenda bwino kwa tula chindi kaba karamba nango bangalande sipali yikwe tula itefi yakumonika pe chikuba. But wayo maps yoruti over sende yakutira wale mituka hao mandi na ino mandi sekere. Kwa ito right I support him kuri music na nimtemwa FOMba na nimtemwa pe personally but kwa tuko kwa mituka like ama comments wale panga mituka hao mandi sekere mwana ino mandi ba Tayali.
No, thank you. Thank you. And really from my point of view, I've not been insulting. I agree. I mean, there was a time when I spoke something which was not right. But the moment I was corrected, I even apologized, But for him, I mean, really, it's just something else. It's just something else. That is just not the way. But surely, that arrogance, vakwete, we have seen it. We have seen people that were up there. And they were brought low. And that arrogance, vayo mapsi, it's too much. Wamukutuka wantu pachiriro. No. At Albert Angel Jr. Is this the Albert Angel Jr. that I know? Is this the Albert Angel Jr. that I know? I've seen somebody writing there, Albert Angel Jr. At Mind Your Business. You're just confirming some of these things, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to talk about certain things. You just leave them there. You just leave them there. So, Chirisha, number na issue pay. Yeah. I want to hear your comments. I want to clarify whatever it is. You can call. The number is there. Those of you who are watching me on TikTok, the number is in the bio. If you want to call in, check the bio. You will find the number. I want to answer whatever issues that you may have on this matter. I want to answer. Or if you have got issues that you want to say, I want you to call and say them to my face. I'm here. Say them. Call. The number is there. I've given you the number. Call on WhatsApp and express yourselves. Too many mulande. I want to hear you. I want to hear. Is the number being problematic? Is the number being problematic? Are you failing to get the number? The number is fine. We don't want to encourage. And we don't want to encourage your stupidity. Chanda Chimbala. Chanda Chimbala, what is my stupidity? Where is my stupidity? Where is my stupidity? Eh? Tell me, where is my stupidity? Where is my stupidity? Where is my stupidity? Where is my stupidity? Tell me, call me and tell me this is where stupidity is. Anyway, I guess it is clear people don't have they don't have anything to say. You like, yeah, ma comment mularan, trying to call, but what's happening? How? We are failing to go through? You are failing to go through? Anyway, I think number is not ringing. Oh, it's on WhatsApp. You are calling on WhatsApp. Yeah, you are calling on WhatsApp. The number that you are calling, it's on WhatsApp, not a direct line. I'm not in Zambia, so you have to call on WhatsApp. It's on WhatsApp. I think Yashupa number is not going through. Nishi, I think Yashupa, so let's leave it there. When are you coming? When are you coming? That one only God knows. Hello? 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 Yeah, somebody's asking me, when are you coming? Really? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
we're doing good things. Yeah, like in terms of information regarding politics. And just addressing what is happening, exposing the current situation of the political parties in Zambia. And then when it comes to this guy, Yoma, we always use it, but the platform where he's taking advantage of this life to kind of run to shout, then now it. Because I, for one, I personally felt very bad that comment about the video. If I had access to his number, I wouldn't have shown where we are.
No, thank you.
That Devon is not being condoned. Avant to kind you are broke, what was? Yes, it is true, people may be broke, but you don't have to tell them like that.
Yeah. No, thank you. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Wait, I know in excess of comments, I just want to comment on the changing issue. We may not agree with your certain post, but on this one, it's like you've created a platform for many. Your maps, eba fune kukawari chula. Ero kuchula. Kuchave ngokuchula. Achumfika bwino. Tare fwala bwino yo. But you know, someone else fwala bwino. Ma Zambia is Zambika, but one thing you shouldn't forget is Zambians don't forget things. Tabalaba. Abena Zambia. I'm a very big fan of him. Very big fan. But chenechi. Aukwena. Nachibipa. Ichakulanda papunga. Ubwadi.
Imagine.
That you go for me if you're saying Papuadi. How chena tacha awemi? Chena with the child, the child, a very big, a huge fan of Abando, but the child dance the best way we would have done was just to apologize. Okay, Kadi Pusumuka, then you say, I mean, as a young body, Fidekapo, just a simple apology. Number pride. Most of the four down for Yakwa down, Yakwa maps, but pride, Yakwa the shaping to things, son. I chef ya, and your can.
No, thank you.
No.
Thank you. Not doctor. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You know, there's a lot of things happening in Zambia. You're a very influential man. Why have you just activated your maps?
Okay.
People are suffering a map like that stuff. Why are you not talking about that?
Okay, so let me respond to that. There are a lot of things that are happening in Zambia. Why am I just talking about your maps? It is because my interest now is drawn on this story. There are a lot of other things, but you know, and we can have different interests. But for me, for now, I hope you can respectfully accept this position that for now, I don't want to focus on so many other issues. This is the issue that I'm looking at. And those other issues, there are a lot of other politicians. I hope they can talk about them.
Yeah, but people make mistakes. And
yeah,
that one is
it's true. It's true. If you make a mistake, you should honor her. Ngawapanga mistake, can you accept that? You make a mistake, yes, you make a mistake. But when you make a mistake, you must honor up. Not now, you start even insulting. I mean, have I insulted your maps myself? Have you ever heard me insult your maps?
It needs more of rebuking and advice than tearing him up and down, because he's a child. He's still going to respond. No. Yesterday you gave a very valid point where you said education is important.
Anyway, I'm sure you may have a way of reaching out to your maps. I think mostly you may have to reach to your maps and advise him. I think that's what I will respond. Thank you. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Tayali. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, this is Precious Inongi from Livingston.
Yes, Inongi.
Yes, what I want to say, you know, Mr. Tayali, I know you as a white man. Yes, so I don't expect you to involve yourself in some of these issues.
Wait a minute.
You are a future president.
Wait a minute. Why am I in this issue? Have you gotten my point? Do you understand? Because I've been labeling to explain why I'm on this issue. Have you gotten that point?
No.
You haven't. I think first get the point. Why? So that, I mean, you know, instead of whatever, because I've been explaining why I'm involving myself in this issue. So please don't call and start asking me. I've been laboring to explain. And at the end of the day, it's my choice anyway. It's my choice. I choose what to talk about. Hello?
I'm calling.
I'm calling.
How you got yourself involved in these issues and everything. But me, I usually call you that to me and Mosana. My humble appeal will be okay. I'm not in a position to advise you to tell you what to do. But me, I would just advise you to distance yourself from my problems. Wait
a minute. If you have gotten my point, I'm learning that they are influential people. They are influential people. They are influencing a lot of people out there. So if people like me don't talk about it, it will be difficult. Other people will think that it is normal. And then secondly, there is an issue of justice here. There is Musiani over there for Bakakishi. And as long as Musiani is in court, Tetinde kokulanda.
Number musa. Okulanda ninchwa ya trying to protect Romulumenda and you've got a very valid point. But in Chabipa Chakwa, Chawa number mambo, Chingana Mashuna, Radia. Imomuchin Shulia, now but Valenta, Losota for the Monica will not even to the aspect of your family, and they start the Monica Kura Torrekana Imo.
Bushe Mayo, Umuntu Ngakutuka, Ulelande Fisumo Muntu Akutuka, Busho Alufia Ninani.
So
your advice, so when my advice you, even your maps, in a tapari of Fondufinia, so that Munja Yonde Kokulanda, Mwasho Lufiania. Ngadindo Fiania, awe, your man shall Kokulanda Popenapo, Laveni Quapo. Apopena Lavenico. Talk about something else, but not that stop talking about it. Awe, I can't, I'm not. Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yes, as for me, I feel like your mom doesn't have any advice that is not going to come to them, right? Your mom doesn't respect his family because if your mom respects the family member or his father or father, it makes him bend himself in this situation. So he's just embarrassing his family. The wife doesn't care. I believe he talks bad to him, but what doesn't care. We don't want to bring him down.
Thank
so
you.
What I can say is that you don't have this to respect themselves.
Thank you. Thank you. So some people are saying, no, whatever. I didn't open phone lines for you to tell me to stop. You are wasting your time. If you are going to call and to tell me to stop, no, forget it. I'm not going to stop. My objective has not been achieved. So I will not stop. I'm not stopping. Hello?
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sir, when this issue of your maps taking Musiani to court, when it just surfaced on social media, you went live, you made a video, you had spoken very bad things about your maps and Kidist. They ignored you. Again, later on, you made a live video. You spoke very bad things about your maps and Kidist.
Okay, you should be saying...
They ignored you.
Wait a minute.
Now that these people have retaliated, you want to make them look as if they're the bad persons. When you were the one who started dragging them first.
Okay, wait a minute. So, I said bad things. What bad things did I say?
You triggered these people first.
Tell me, what bad things?
You said something to say, no, a married woman shouldn't be hanging out. The first video that you made, you even got the clip of Kidist in the
so
club.
According to
a married woman.
According to you, was that behavior okay? According to you, was that behavior okay? Yeah? Was that behavior okay? What? According to you, was that behavior okay? The line is bad. I said bad things. I said what I saw, what was there. And I will still say it. That behavior is not acceptable to me. If you accept it, that is you. Say, for me, I didn't see anything wrong in it. But for me, I saw it. I was not lying against them. I was not lying. I was talking about what I saw, and I gave my opinion. Hello?
Hello, good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
Good morning. Okay. I listen to you, and at times I do agree with you, and sometimes I don't agree with you. Yes. I've got a question for you. As a married man.
Yes.
As a married man, and I'm not talking to you as a lawyer or anything like that. How would you react, or how would you feel someone insults your wife in public domain, or when someone calls you to reconcile, but someone ends up insulting your wife? Would you protect your man, or would you say, no, that's fine?
Well, good question you have asked. Good question. If somebody insults my wife, how would I react? I would definitely look at the situation. What was the situation? How did this person end up insulting my wife? How did this person end up insulting my wife? Because it might be that my wife might be the one that actually misbehaved and provoked this person for him to insult. And in that case, I would admonish my wife. I would tell my wife, first of all, I mean, how did my wife find herself in that situation where somebody ended up insulting her? How? What happened? What happened is very important. As a man, what happened is very important. If you want to be just, if you want to be objective, you have to ask, what happened, Mukashwand?
But Watari, are you saying whatever happened justifies him insulting your wife? It justifies because of the provocation.
Listen, if my wife enters into an argument with you and she's insulting you, she's insulting you, surely my wife needs to be admonished. Surely my wife needs to be admonished. The behavior of my wife is very important. Even children. Sometimes children will come up and say, somebody did this. You have to ask, what happened? And sometimes the behavior that you bring out there, I mean, may justify what people, like the way we are talking. Surely you haven't insulted me. If I insult you, I mean, would I be right?
No, I can't.
Even now, even yourself, let's turn it the other way. Even yourself, as you are talking to me, if you insult me, would you be justified? You see?
No, I can't be justified.
But now, if I start from nowhere to say, why are you calling here? You are very stupid and whatever. Really? I mean, what are you going to do?
But Mr. Tayali, I think we overheard the audio. We overheard the audio where one party called the other to reconcile, say, okay, remove what you posted. Then in that, I don't know what happened.
No. So my brother, without protracting this call, I can tell you that I'm a very reasonable man. A very reasonable man and a very fair man. If at all Musiani was wrong and deserved to be in court as it is, believe you me, I wouldn't be standing up here and attracting all this animosity and insults. I am doing this because I have followed everything. There were a number of phone calls that were exchanged, a number of messages that were exchanged. But you see, because Yomaps and Kidist wanted to paint Musiani a bad guy, they got only that part, and threw it to the public, and fed it to the public. But really, it wasn't as you had it. There was a lot that was going on back and forth. And if you have followed what is happening in court, have you seen what has happened in court? Have they even produced that audio? They haven't.
I'm listening.
No, they haven't.
Yet. Not yet.
So they haven't. So my brother, all I can tell you is that they were not fair with Musiani. I agree. Things were said from both sides. Yeah. And what I would recommended myself would have been cancelling. And if you have followed me, I've mostly been saying these people should have just spoken. But interested parties came in and fueled it, and they want Musiani to be jailed. And because they have money, they seem to have an upper hand, and that's why I am on it. Thank you, my brother. Let me take other calls. Would I? Can you allow me?
All right. Okay. No, that's fine.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, so that is the situation. I mean, let's just to be fair, me, I'm being very fair. I've got nothing against your maps. And if anything, I'm more likely to be on the side of your maps than Musiani. I am more likely to be on the side of your maps than Musiani. But Musiani, because like I've told you, Musiani was not a friend of mine, was not my supporter. But your maps, at least, I mean, I can even say that is somebody that I knew even before, you know. But I cannot accept an injustice. I cannot accept them you know, dragging a young man to court. Hello? 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 Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Somebody saying he posted on his post. There is a background to that. That's basically what I'm saying. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please.
Hello, Mr. Tayali. I'm back again. This is
How precious? How are you? Leka wambi batu meko na you. Leka wambi batu meko. Anyway, I think I'll leave it there. It's let me go and do something else. Thanks for watching, and basically just for me to wrap it up, this is not about me bringing down your maps. This is not about me starting your maps. Your maps and the wife started this. They started this when the wife found herself in a compromised situation. People commented. At the end of the day, there were exchange of this and that. At the end of the day, hello?
Hello, Mr. Chilufya.
Yes, sir.
Mr. President, Mudishang.
We're not film quite.
Our mate. But I see that your maps are Chilufya. In the fourth, I think I just want to advise you, sir.
Don't say stop. Don't say stop.
What?
Don't say stop talking about it. I can.
Okay, Kairi. Your map chimono mwana when mwe bafyash. Your map chimono mwana.
Ndemu kupula.
So chimono mwana when mwana when wapanga chakoba tarufyanya.
Mpakale
ke. Chimono mwana when warufyanya. Mange we akulandira mwana ene mwamtwala pa public opo mwatambo okulanda. Tamukwete ko other way akubati mwamtubira bifoni ati your maps. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. You sometimes you want to put problems where there are no problems. How many times have I said that I was actually talking to your maps privately? For a long time. That is one. Number two, this case is in public domain. What your maps is doing, they are doing it in public. They are not doing it in private. People are seeing. And so we must condemn it. We must admonish it. So if there is any advice that you need, take it to your maps. Tell your maps to misbehave, to stop misbehaving. Tell him. Otherwise, for me, I'm not going to stop.
Ine mwamona nali tambaira baishirefunya bena yo maps batambo kumutukana, which is the thing that I didn't like about that. So yasa sango ko very disrespect momo bafyashi futi ama wedding matambo kuchinjana no mwachi tafi mfika wino. The best way is to leave him because mwana ulia
ukumuleka fesha
futa to amfire mo bwino fwe bale msupport
so
mfutu la misupport type
number umfweni. Wait. Mleba timulani supporter. So, umuntu nga mulani supporter. Nombo umuntu ngantuka. You want to give me a problem? You want to fight me? Umuntu antuka.
Mwana ngata kwa to mchinji. Beto kumushita distance so that mwa kwa to mchinji ule fwa kwa mnani kani mso saati.
Yo.
Beta vyo kumushita distance.
Umfweni batata. Imwanga mlefuate. Because your maps antuka. And you want also to lose respect for me. Please do it. In what I'm doing, you cannot advise Umuntu
I have been supporting you. I don't know. I have been supporting you.
Who do you advise? Do you advise Ule Rufyanya or Ule Stefia Londoloka? I mean, I think this is wrong.
What
wrong am I doing?
As the parent.
Okay, tell me what wrong. What wrong am I doing? Tell me what wrong I'm doing.
The wrong party. So,
so you cannot come to me and start advising me. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. Go and advise the guy that is doing something wrong. How can you be advising me? No, stop it. He's the one who is messing up. And I'm not going to stop. I am not going to stop. As long as he continues messing around, I will continue talking.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Fine.
How are you?
Fine.
Mr. Tayali. Yes. But that
ile panga sense kuline ifumyepo nakulamula ndapope chila bushiku lekeni ukukonga if you don't want umfwa if you don't want to ngatamile yufa wino, you know what you do? Lekeni ukuikonga, just stop following my page. Ati awe nakana ndefu ayo maps takudi shilefileka akutakudi. Hello.
Hey. Hello, good morning, madam.
Good morning.
Yes, please. I would like to contribute on the issue at hand. So here is my take. I acknowledge and appreciate you coming in and to counsel. We know Mr. Tayali as the politician and the family man, of course. So here is my take. These are two young people below 30. And from the way we have been brought up as Zambian families, there are very few of Zambian families that have got the privilege to boast on how they lived a luxury life, or even a luxury life in the sense that they know how to handle fame when fame knocks on your door. Right? We can also relate with other popular people around the world, how they have. Look at Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber has recently been releasing songs or complaining on how people, they condemned him when he was young. But then what we didn't see is that he was the lonely person when he was young and when fame got to him. That is another thing. Whereas in Zambia, we are not very privileged to find that people would guide us on how to handle fame. So in most cases, you find that we have struggled so much, and the time we have a breakthrough, sometimes we get to, we tend to now put it in their face. You need to see me because but that is not how it should be. That is not how to handle the fame. I wish we could have somebody to guide us. We have seen the Patson Dakas, we have seen the fashion Sakalas, we have seen people, young people that have actually made it in life in Zambia. That, I still look at the girls that Barbara Banda and Kundalanji, how they are carrying themselves. So when we see what you are discussing now, majority of us, I'm running an NGO, and that is why, and I speak with you. That is also another thing that I'm also involved. But when I look at it from a parent point of view, as a government, they must now start seeing what services do we have at the disposal of these young people? We have a very strong ground when it comes to morals in Zambian families that we cannot take away from us. And I think that is also where you're coming from. Because you know that whether wakuliremu fyuma nangu wakuliremu chushi, amano yaku, how to bring us up, what we should believe in, our values have always been injected in us. So tawakula fye wakwa tawakwa etiko waku kudolesha twali baba ku church, so ku church dangupanga ndata wakwa etiba maina batata, you still have somebody to tell you to say mwana wandi if you akuikala na abantu nefi, right? But again, we have this social media that is also imposing another life on us. What we think is the right way to carry out ourselves, to present ourselves to the public. that is clashing with our Zambian roots, because that is not the way to go. Now, but Daddy, how do we handle this? How am I looking at this? Personally, I would say you have a point. Your Maps has a point. What point has Your Maps? Your Maps has been talked to for as long as we can remember when he had a breakthrough. We have a few of his friends. Right now, if you went and spoke with his network, some people would say they are disappointed. Some people would say, no, I think it's too much. But then when do we say it's too much? Where did he lose it? When did our people lose it, right? So here is a situation where maybe when it was wrong, these things were never addressed. And now, when all this is building up, and this guy, his income is also building up, but sometimes you can even stand up and insult the whole country. I'm sure there are times when you've had money whereby, sometimes in the talk, where you just feel, what can I do? Right? So maybe he's also at a point where it's a bit difficult to handle all this situation. But then the guy has been faced with so many things. So why don't we take one thing at a time from him? Maybe we need to find, maybe the Pilato, go and talk to him, or maybe talk to the parents. Because we don't honestly want Your Maps to go down the drain, do we? Absolutely not. But are we also understanding him that this guy has been fighting demons of people on him? And then he's also coupled with, sometimes there's some knowledge. We don't want to be so sarcastic here. But there's this guy who is also advocating for Zambia must go back to school. There's a reason why. And that is why I'm referring to who are these people who are with us, holding our hands before our breakthrough. Or even when breakthrough comes, how prepared are we to handle all these monies? When you have a breakthrough, does that give you a license to demean people, to trivialize people, to speak? But then there's also another Your Maps that we need to take care of. How much of this can he take? He's a guy who is less than 30 years old. I don't know what I did when I was in my 20s. By then, I didn't even have the money that Your Maps has today. But I know for sure, Mr. Tayali, I will tell you one thing. Where I am today, I have friends who refer to me, the girl that they knew 20 years ago. I take offense. Why? Because I'm no longer the girl that I was 20 years ago. Life has taught me something different. I've even traveled. I'm exposed. And even if I got so much money, I don't think I would be over big-headed. I come to you all the time. You look at me as a young sister. You guide me. Why? Because I know that I get one or two things as I prepare myself for something big, right? How many of us young people that are doing that, how many of these are getting wisdom? And by the way, you of all people must know that Zambia again, the people that are something, they will not tell you what will they do? They want to back you. They'll back you. Why? Because yeah. No. Let us try to advise our young people accordingly. And now, this is my appeal to the Zambian people. Before I come lastly to you, Batayali, Bazambi, it is not wrong for Your Maps to acquire what he has. Your Maps bali museka pamona bakandeke. Bali museka before we even come to his wife. Awo tabasambirira. Alokusambirira te benchmark. If anything, people must be inspired by what Your Maps has achieved today. And later on, Kandeke must be also uploaded to say, you know what? Despite all odds, you are managing the biggest artist, or at least one of the biggest artists Zambia has produced. How and how much does it take? It takes a lot. It takes a lot of character. Let us not kill the spirit by teaching our children, by guiding our children. And remember, we cannot be seeing Your Maps Mudibateke. Your Maps one. How do we take him? And now to Your Maps, my brother and my sister Kidist, young sister for that matter. your maps. I know it could be too much if you are listening to this advice. It could be too much. You are too overwhelmed. But stop. You have a brand to protect. You might respond to Mr. Tayali today and yesterday and tomorrow, or to the same. There was this woman also in England, Lillian Mutambo. You might want to respond to them, but look at them. There's something Mr. Tayali said very significant, to say they can insult me all they want. I have nothing to lose. That is big. You've got everything to lose. Why? Because you are your maps today because of that everything to lose. You have a different way to take than go out there and respond. Remember, people might get content, people might get numbers over your story because you are a big product.
Of course. We are getting numbers.
You are a big product.
We are getting numbers.
Absolutely. And Mr. Tayali will get a paycheck.
Of course.
And many others. So remember that that paycheck is against the biggest paycheck, which is you. Mr. Tayali does not survive on social media. He's got a different skill. You've got this skill, and that is why you are a topic now. The moment you realize that this is large, the better. Please do not risk what you've got. People will say they're talking about your daughters and all this and that. No. If there's no your maps, those people will not even come to talk to your children, talk about your children. They will not. Nani Papa Tabaiti. I root for you. I want to see you successful. And Kidist, try to find the people with the CV, not the people with money. Find the people with the CV to go and talk. And when I mean CV, she did under CV am school. Nangu balabe naba pa market bali kwa tamano. Be pusheni mayo mtahunga fweni kwapa. Apa ifintu na fishupa shile tonton kanyabuna. People will come to you. They will come to you genuinely. I sleep in so many messages. I get into people's inboxes asking for knowledge, and they never chase me. If it's men, they know I'm married. They know my request is genuine. They will sit me down. They will ask me for an appointment. I will respond to that. You can do the same. So genuinely seek them. They will guide you. And try, finally, getting to Mr. Tayali. How do you respond to Mr. Tayali? Mr. Tayali is working, right? How do you respond? He has highlighted the issues that he's bringing up here. And look at even the guy that you're with in court, right? There's a reason why. All this would not have escalated if you chose to do a different route. I'm not saying that Tayali is 100%, but the way you have responded or the way you would respond is different. And please watch out. Watch out. You are looking beautiful and you are doing a fantastic job. But mind who comes close. Everybody will be kind to you. Unfortunately, majority of people will be kind to you. But Tayali, I said it before. The way you have hammered this, you've been harsh to some extent.
Oh yeah.
Talk to the boys if you can. Pick up the phone, my brother. I trust you. You've got those girls. And those girls, we might see that maybe they are the same age as Kidist. It's unfortunate, and I also would like to apologize to your wife. Your wife did not deserve to be put in this. She's never been on social media, and she deserves to be respected. And if we can keep it that way, let us just engage Mr. Tayali and leave his beautiful family out of this thing. I think that would be good. We owe it to ourselves. And by the end of the day, let us remember, who are we? Ubuntu must lead. But Tayali, if you have an opportunity through somebody else, please reach out to your maps.
So listen, you have said a lot of beautiful things, and you know that's why I've allowed you to talk and everything. You are right to say.
I appreciate that.
You know, I may have been harsh, but you know,
right.
Sometimes you know when umuntu ngaplamo ngomuntu apakati. You know,
Right.
you are left with no choice, and especially when they are powerful, when they are, because it's not just perception, it's real. Your maps is not small in terms of our society, okay? So, I mean, I know what is happening, like even look at how these police officers are around them, the prosecution are around them and everything. So, you know, I had to put in the full force that I could. And I'm glad that if even yourself, you have come on board, you have done, you have said a lot of good things here. But nonetheless, your point is taken. You know, I will consider what you have said. But thank you very much, my dear. Thank you.
No, thank you so much, Mr. Tayali. And you can see people, let us find a way to dialogue. Let us find a way to build ourselves. We owe it to Zambia by the end of the day. But we also need those people that the young people can look up to and, you know, slide into our inboxes and talk genuinely. So I hope that by the end of the day that your maps also gets to listen and they stay away from the media, because we need those big numbers. We need also to show Zambia that Zambia is doing fantastic works. So it's not about the skill, but it's also about the behavior. The integrity is very important. You know, one thing they say, character is who you are. Reputation is what people think you are.
Thank you, my sister. Let me take
the character, when we show that, yes.
Let me take other calls, so that otherwise,
thank you.
You know. Hello.
Yes, Mr. Tayali. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
You are tired now. Oh.
Kamba mdala wanga timvene kamba kona iwe.
What again pia waita? What again pia program? What again pia waita?
Au kubaleka iyo. Umva mwana. Iyo it's okay. Ukutukana tapali uwafya. I'm not bothered about ukutukana. Na imwabene you shouldn't be bothered about ukutukana. When you are doing something right, you shouldn't stop it because wale tukana awe. No. You always have opposition. And that is why I'm very stubborn. That is why I'm very stubborn. As when I'm convinced that what I'm doing is right, forget it. You won't me, you won't tell me to back off. I won't. On this one, I am right.
But how does it keep going? Listen.
Don't talk about listen. Don't bring in my children. No. Leave that to me. Vana vanditeva navo vewaufa. Vana vanditeva navo. Vana vanditeva navo vesola vako. No, tukana, it's okay. Tukana. I'm not cutting you. Tukana. So tukana na iwe. I'm leaving you the platform. Talk, tukana. Hello?
Hello, Dad.
Yes.
Niwa kamushi. Mremufa. Natiwa kamuta arena yoma. So ero ikata kwendera mawafu makuwa family. So pana mamona tewa liko. Mremufa. So tamaka sange abena sabdi abena makitu walesta boski. Muna ndoza ti wala bantu wadi duwala pepe awa. Mremufa venderanda. Zone wala bantu wadati eko bavuma apabambo kwe katenda mawale mwana katewa di kucharo. So sometimes ero futari katanga childish yari kwata childish sana oyo muntu.
Yo na wala ndati tumushemo.
Kumushamo fi kozi epena mute ari kwata boasting kariya. Tamwakasangira na sikabudia lena matu wale mbona mwale rangi chana shanta mwakasangepo manje uyu ala imwana kanya apapele wafune pakawe wale ranga mwanga kati yewa liko sana.
Yo
okay bosi.
Okay, atotera. Hello.
Mr. Tayali, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I was trying so hard not to contribute, but
Please,
let me
go ahead.
just also give my 2 cents.
Please do.
You know, in life, there's a line you don't cross. You just don't cross some lines. For me, what really triggered the whole thing, I think, is the dog thing. As much as they're saying, you give respect, you get respect, but some lines you don't cross. If they are claiming to be young children and are willing to be guided, they've got parents to guide them. If your own parents cannot guide you into doing the right thing, social media will not. Social media people will not. And in a marriage, what I believe is, and for as long as your man does not put his foot down to control his wife, it's a whole disaster. There's no marriage thing. Because yours truly, I'm not a fan of Lydia Ntambo, but the video that she made was very sincere and very honest. All Kidist needed to do was take what Lydian said. It's never too late. They didn't have to come back and start lashing. You know, that issue of 3 children, that woman is broken. She's putting up a face. And the lady that just called you, spoke with so much wisdom, is the best person to mentor her. She says she's married. She needs to be mentored. That child is broken. I'm a married woman. I know what I'm talking about. And that question she was asked about children triggered a lot of things. You can even tell when she came live that she's hurt. She's putting up a face. Your maps has hurt that child. It's high time us married women stood with her. She's doing the wrong thing because she's lashing out. She's failing to do it on the husband, who she should be lashing out at. It brought back a lot of nonsense that the husband has done to her. Now, but it's not compared. And believe you me, she didn't start. Even if she's also doing it, she didn't start first. She did it out of retaliation. That woman needs to be talked to. You are slowly, not you, we are slowly damaging her because she's going through a lot in her home. She really needs to be talked to. Emotionally, spiritually, mentally, she's been damaged by that boy. Your maps needs to tie his belt and be a man. He's the source of all this. And he's damaging his career. He's headed the wrong way. Believe you me, but following day, he's a very talented boy, but he's shooting himself. He's loading his gun and shooting himself in the leg. If he stands by that girl properly, can support him. We know, but the way he comes out, you can't come and start talking about the.
My sister, I want just what you have said about Kidist, that he is somebody that can actually build him and make him. I've spoken to Kidist myself, and trust me, I agree with you. I agree. She's, you know, the first time I spoke to her, she's the one that called me and engaged me. And what she said was very wise, very, very wise. So even when I'm talking really whatever, I feel bad that this kind of situation, that you have a point. No,
he's putting up a face.
We might let's not judge your maps again too much. We never know.
No, I'm only being honest. You know, in this life we tend to put away the guys. One side, reaction. This is reacting like that because of the hate that she has. No. Now, the way she's coming out, by Lydian. Lydian said a lot of positive things in her last video. I think for her, from what I saw from the socials, the way she comes out after they talk in private, she needs someone she can trust and confide in. At this point, she doesn't have. All she feels is at some point become stay exposed, which is wrong, and that's killing her inside.
Yeah.
Because as much as that weather today sunge nkama kwevana kashi, limofila chitabatayali. Limofila chidole for akewewe komundu. And believe you me, if she opens up to someone baka mwata mwaiche, things ya mamanda if into. Mwamuna. There's no way and get a quarter they support and I got them on a 5 talk to the chap. More than 3. For all we know, we just know that it's 3, but maybe there are others.
No.
And if the girl is willing to take it up, next time come later, I'm not waiting.
Thank you, Maya. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'd cover. No, one thing is that we go through a lot. It's true. I mean, what I'm picking up, from the callers, sometimes, yes, we go through a lot. I mean, all of us, even me, I've got my own issues. Yes, you come out here, you put up a face, but behind there is something, and it depends on how you handle whatever could be happening in the background. Because really, even your maps also, I'm getting surprised. I'm getting surprised because I know this guy from a long time. This is not the way I knew him. I mean, I remember the way he's coming out, quite a drugs, It's just, there is something there. Anyway, I think there is somebody that has been trying to call for some time, He has really been trying, and I somehow feel that because of the way he has been insisting to call, let me call him myself, because of how many times he has been trying. Hello?
Yes, Mr. Tan.
I've noticed that you have been trying to call for a long time, for a number of times. So I decided to call you so that you can express yourself. You are live, by the way.
Thank you so much, my older brother. I'm Jacos, young brother to Mr. Kipoe. Are you together, Mr. Jai?
Yes.
Very good. My older brother, to be honest, I have disappointed you. Very much disappointed. Manevo yatu iwe President Eche. President Edgar Chagwa, former president. Niye marefu yatu. Iwe ni mimi, niye marefu yatu. Kukamba pani maisha yawe niomba wafana niomba na mami kitana. Umekutai kuanga niona monga musipeleka pansi mtatari, mwazile tapansi nani, down pansi nani. Actually, my issues are very important and I said that even as the monga mzati underground, ungemla munguina and kamba my issue distant your maps. I think put in the Benatans that was the Mutanzilla, Munguame Mutanzilla. But using a platform Yanu Vatari, you are making pass out. Now, even no church Mugakamba and anything in the Puyaka. After a very nice church account, to Katari.
Okay, so mverani boss. Imo mwakambati nilipa high level paja. I appreciate that. Zikomo, kuti muniona kuti nili pamwamba paja, I'm there. I appreciate that. But at the same time, for me, I look at myself as just Chilufya Tayali. And in terms of what I engage in, it doesn't matter who is involved. It could be the least person. It could be the little. I will be able to talk, and I will use whatever means that I have at my disposal to address the issue. So for me, this is okay. Pepani, you are disappointed, but for me, this is my issue, and I will continue. I will continue. Zikomu.
But in life, my brother, we need to listen to people advice.
No, it's true. I listen to advice, but very boss. You can give advice. It's up to me to take it or not. And if I don't agree with it, I mean, I don't want to please me. I don't want to please you to say no. I've gotten your advice. I've heard what you have said, but also respect me by the fact that on this one, I am not letting go of this issue until we reach a conclusion. Until that case which is in court is disposed of. As long as that case is still in court, I will keep on reporting. I'll keep talking about it. Yeah.
So let me conclude in this one, my brother, Mr. Tayali.
Yes.
We love so much, Mr. Tayali.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think I think even your SG, Mr. Is it you want to SG one?
Hamanzi. Yo, no.
Very good, Mr. Aman. I think can use Mr. Aman to talk about
No. Amanzi is the Secretary General, is handling more important issues. He's the one handling issues. Yava HH. He's handling issues. Yava HH. You know. Okay, my brother. Thank you.
But that one is Mr. President. But that one is not even important to us, Mr. President.
No, it is important to me. Any issue of justice, for me, it doesn't matter who is involved. It is important. Any issue of justice, it doesn't matter. To me, I will get involved. It doesn't matter. I will get involved. Any issue that at least where I can help to shape, the values and the morality, and I speak about morality with a little bit of guilt, I will participate. I will participate. This issue of Yaganda, no, this one you cannot touch. In any fiance, any cow fella. I'm a public lawyer. Cow fella. I will talk about anything. Anyway, I think we have spoken a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining in. May God bless you, and may God bless Zambia. Bye for now.